Today's Wednesday, and it's been kind of a wash. Got up late. I slept in a little bit. My brother Spencer came to visit. Spent some time with him for an hour or so. Just getting my chores done, and haven't really done anything on the kitchen today, but I am outside. Just figured I'd give you a quick look around. So here's our dump trailer. We got boards down in case it gets muddy. Here's a lot of metal and stuff back here that I cleared out of the rafters when the electricians came. This is just some materials I had stored down in the cellar. I just got it out of the cellar. A lot of that's going to go in a metal pile at the dump. Here's a big tray full of wood and stuff like that we've been cherry picking out of for what we need for odds and ends. So just figured I'd do a little walk around in the yard. So it's springtime. It's about 40 degrees out. This is our asparagus patch. So this went dormant last year. This is going to be its second year. So you can still see I just left the stalks in here. I'm just wondering if there's anything coming up yet. Oh, here we go. There's a little piece of asparagus starting to come up. So I just put all these leaves around here to protect it. And when it's time, the asparagus will come up. So I'm not going to disturb this too much. But that's asparagus. We got a fruit tree right here. These are pears. Pear tree over here. And there's a plum tree over there. Here's my wife's woodland garden over here. So stuff should start poking up. There's some flowers here that are coming up. It's pretty nice. We have all kinds of things in here. Things are starting to show up through the leaves. We leave this area covered in leaves. We got these here look like they're trilliums coming up. You can see the leaves. There's one right there that's starting to flower, starting to develop a flower bud in there. We have some bloodroot in the back. That's not up yet, but that's between the two stands of daffodils. I think these are bluebells in here that are starting to come up. So we just leave the leaves here to protect everything. There's a big skunk cabbage hood coming up. So look, not much happening. Things are just starting to wake up. Let's take a look over at my vegetable garden, see what's happening there. Haven't been there in a long time. So here's a look at the vegetable garden. I haven't been out here at all since the kitchen renovation. So let's take a look and see what survived the winter. So this is the gate to get in and out. So let's see what we can see here. We'll just look through the whole thing. So starting over here, we have some spearmint and some sage that seems to have survived. That's pineapple sage, I believe. This here is a native plant. It is edible. The name evades me at this point, but this is the time of the year it has little white flowers. We've got some onions that kind of made it through the winter. This here is a carrot patch. There's a couple carrots here and there that survived, and some red lettuce. We also have some bee sculptures just to kind of make this space look kind of cool. Over here we have leeks that overwintered, and here's some moss. Some moss is growing in there, but some more red lettuce. We had red lettuce here in the fall, so I think it just reseeded itself. So there's a lot of red lettuce in here. That's the stuff that's dark maroon. Oh, here's my trimmers. Been looking for those for a while. Just leave those there where I can find them later. So there's a bunch more red lettuce. That's the really dark burgundy stuff. Over here we have, this looks like parsley. Some parsley that survived the winter. Oh, here's a whole row of lettuce. Man, that's doing good. Look at that. There's a whole roll of lettuce. Oh, there's a green one in there. Wow, this looks pretty cool. Here's our garlic. So our garlic is doing fantastic. So this is the soft neck garlic. We have another corner bed that has hard neck garlic. Let's continue on. Here's a sculpture that Sherry Block made for us. We have that in the garden. These are our shallots. I planted those last fall. So these are all our shallots coming up. This is fennel. This fennel is doing fantastic. We let this go to seed, and a lot of the seed heads, the seeds just fell to the ground. And we got all new plants here growing for us. That's pretty awesome. So here's some more shallots. Here's some, I believe this is sage. Nope, this is lavender. Okay, we got lavender and lemon verbena. Not sure if that's going to come back alive. That looks like rue right there. Here's our hard neck garlic. This is all up. This has been up for a while. Let's continue on. We have, these are rosemary. Hopefully those will re-green up. Over here we have radishes and carrots. These are doing quite well, and there's some more radish. Those are more carrots right there. So carrot and radishes all the way up this way. And here's a big red Russian kale plant. That's looking pretty sweet. Continuing up. This is thyme right here in this container. There's some more baby red Russian kales. So all this stuff overwintered. I wonder if any of these radishes are ready to. Oh, those look kind of sketchy. I'll just leave them be. So a little bit of onions, some more radishes, lots of radishes. And this is the stuff to taste. This is what is this? Arugula. This is arugula. And growing up the side was some peas, so those have died back. But that's all arugula. Got plenty of that. This over here is beets and turnips. Galore. Wow. I don't know if there's any beetroot in there yet to pick. But this overwintered. The greens on these are fantastic in a salad. Over here we have tatsoi. This is all tatsoi. This overwintered from last year. Looks like it's doing quite well. I think it's going to seed already, and this is just March. But I'll let them self-seed. There's one that's flowering. So this is tatsoi. In the back we have, that's a spinach plant. This is red leaf mustard all the way on the back of the trellis. Okay, that's pretty sweet. There's a carrot right there. And this trellis here was our cucamelons, but those aren't going to pop till it's warmer out. A lot of cucamelons fell down and they're going to self-seed. Let's see, carrots, more carrots. There's some more of that. It's a pretty nice plant. That is an edible plant. It's like a wild plant there. This was another fennel plant. I'm gonna let this go and see if anything self-seeds and comes up. This was bulbing fennel. Here's that red leaf mustard. So that's looking pretty good. So let's see, we got some hanging baskets. I don't think there's much happening in these. These had a marked endive. This was lettuce, more lettuce. What was in here? Corn salad. I think that's what those little tiny things are. That's corn salad, otherwise known as miner's lettuce. Corn salad. I'll just let those be. Oh, this looks pretty sweet. This is like terrarium moss. Look at this one. Wow. Looks like a little forest of moss. These are pretty happy. There's another couple over here. That's pretty nice. So this is our main trellis for our rattlesnake beans and squash and whatnot. So I didn't really do much work to clear this out. I'm just going to let everything kind of naturalize. So we got string still up for our trellis. Over here we have just some hand tools laying around, but this is the solar fence. That's the solar collector, and that connects up to the fence, and it keeps all the varmints out. So we got a solar fence all the way around. That's electric fence that keeps the woodchucks at bay. There's some details of a corner. I wrapped the wire around a PVC pipe so it wouldn't ground out on the metal fence. So we come across here. The fence goes all the way around the perimeter. So right here on this section, these are Egyptian walking onions. Those are doing fantastic. This over here was red onions and Spanish onions and tomatillas. I don't think those are going to overwinter, but they might start growing. A lot of seeds fell in there. In here we have, this is cilantro. Back there we have those tall stalks. That is, let's see, that is garlic chives. It was in the back there. We also let the seeds on those drop. So it's garlic chives and regular chives, and there were green onions all the way across here. We picked through them over the winter, and we got a couple more baskets up here. Not much going on here, so I'm going to spend a little time. We might need to see. This is our owl. This keeps some of the birds away, but not too many. Doesn't fake out anybody. So this is the garden in its spring state. I haven't done a darn thing, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that is doing quite well, and it overwintered from the fall. It's Wednesday night. I just got home from work, and Manny was here. He put the grout on the floor tiles. So that's the material that goes between the individual tiles rather. So he's got the tiles in. He also faced the inside of the shower. He's got these wedges. Looks like they keep them equal distant. So he's got the inside of the part where you climb into the shower, and you put a little more material to fill up this top of the threshold. He still has to put a piece of marble all the way across that, but I suspect he'll be back next to start working on the wall. So he hasn't done anything with that yet. Looks like he put a couple more skim coats in certain areas to make the transition on the wall a little smoother and level. The tiles that are going to be used inside of the shower, there's an example of the tile that we're going to be using inside of the shower. So it's kind of got the same pattern as the floor tiles, but on a bigger scope. So that looks like it's, I don't know, 16 inches by 6. So we got plenty of tiles to put in there. So that's coming up next. I think he wanted the floor to dry up before he stands in there to do the rest of the work. So that's movement forward. That's good to see. All right, we'll see what happens tomorrow.